Hey guys, what's going on? ProfessorSnipe here, and I'm proud to present my impressions of the new released map variation, Dalian Rush. But before I start off, I have a lot of shoutouts to give, so here goes. First shoutout goes to the Best Assault 45 and his little brother. Second shoutout goes to Speckled. Third shoutout goes to Spray and Hole of the clan OG. And last but not least, GrandCherokee. Moving on to the topic of this video, I'm going to be discussing about Dalian Rush for Battlefield Play4free and my impressions of this new released map for Rush. For anyone interested, I was playing with a couple of subscribers that recognized me in the server, and I was playing as my engineer using the MP5 with standoff barrel, Viper mag, stabilized stock, and holographic sight. I also used the RPG boosters to help me out in many occasions that you'll see throughout this video. So let's talk about Rush for Battlefield Play4free first. I'll give you guys a bit of history now. This game mode already has 3 maps. We already know Sharky, Karkin, and now Dalian Rush. Each map has seen evolution. Sharky brought us vehicles into that infantry map and 1 transport helicopter. Karkin has brought us a new setting environment, which was being at dusk for a Karkin map, which was really nice, and also gave us a helicopter for Karkin that we never saw. And Dalian Rush now, we introduced attack helicopters, scout helicopters like the Little Birds, and jets into the Rush game mode. Personally, I felt like Sharky Rush was an average map, but really unbalanced, and Karkand was a bit better, refreshing, but still, it was pretty unbalanced. For Dalian Rush, I think this is the best Rush map yet, and I'll explain why. If you ever played the PTE, this changed completely and it's now much better, so if you guys played the PTE and you're highly disappointed, go ahead and play the real official finished game mode because it's 10 times better. It's honestly amazing, and personally I like it the most out of all the Rush maps. Now the problem everybody has seen with Rush and what makes it really unpopular is the unbalancing between sides, attackers and defenders. Everyone says how in Karkin Rush or in Sharky Rush it's almost impossible for attackers to be able to arm the MCOMs, where the defenders have such huge advantage on the enemy team. In other words, it's like the defenders are OP. But in Dalian, I honestly don't see this unbalancing. I see a balanced map where if you can work properly, you can easily succeed as an attacker or a defender. And I'll explain how. Now in every map, the MCOM placements are in favor of the defenders. They have points where they can hide behind cover and easily guard the MCOMs. In Dalian, the positions of the MCOMs are now inside buildings and balanced where defenders don't have places to hide. And even if they try to do, attackers' vehicles can easily take them out. For example, the B-bomb on the first set is a place where advantages for the defenders because of the height advantage. So if you guys take a look at that bomb, that MCOM, you'll notice how there's a slight advantage for the defenders because they can just easily be on top and shoot down anybody that's just coming to arm. But the thing is, you have an advantage if you're the attacker. You have scout helicopters, Apaches. All they can do, even the jets, they can easily maneuver around and just flank the enemies and take them out. It's really simple. I have a lot of gameplays with that. I've been playing with a lot of people, and I've been noticing a lot of the really good pilots, not the kill whores, the people that are actually playing for the objective. What they'll do is not really fly towards the MCOM. They'll fly around and they'll take out everything that they see, and then they'll just let a little squad of little teammates just go in and arm, and that's all you need. You really need to use the armor. You really need to use that at your advantage. It's there for a reason. That's why you have to use it. So that's why it's very simple. All you need to do is really be creative and flank around the defenders, in my opinion. And what makes this good is that all the vehicles are provided, and this map is actually really huge. So you can find places to flank like you'll see me do in this video. For the second set of MCOMs, people seem to underestimate the right portion of the map, which is very useful, and it's an amazing route to flank. What you'll notice is that if you're playing as the attacker, you'll notice that the MCOMs are like straight up ahead of you. Then what they'll do, they'll shift to the left a bit, and then for the final third set of MCOMs, they'll go back to the right. And this map only has 3 sets of MCOMs and not 4. So I really like the fact that Easy listened to the community during the PTE and really improved this map. Throughout the PTE, you saw a lot of forum posts by, EA, everything. They're looking to see what bugs you've encountered, everything you've seen. And honestly, to tell you the truth, when I took a look at the PTE of Dalian Rush, I was so disappointed that I actually wanted to quit the game because it was that bad. But honestly, after seeing what they, listen to the community and stuff, I really see the huge improvement, and I really see the, what Easy is capable of doing by listening to the community. So if they listen a bit more, and stop releasing those MG36, ASVAL, FAMAS sets and stuff, I think that the game could be much better. So that's why I'm really improved. I'm really fascinated and impressed by, Easy's way of listening to us during the PTE. Now, another aspect I found to be very good on this map is the utility of all classes. Now, in previous maps, some classes were more important than others. So even in the PTE, it felt like the engineers class prioritized in this map because of all the vehicles. You would be like, there's so many vehicles, why would I use something else than the engineer? Because it's the most important. And you saw many people use the engineer class, which was the most valuable class in this map. But now with the update and the change, and with the full release of the map, all classes work really well and should be utilized to win. Now, with the new placement of MCOMs, the Recon's class is very useful for its motion sensors and its claymores. Now, if you take a look at the new MCOMs, the places they're in, they're not really out in the open, so technically not a lot of vehicles can really bombard them too much. They can bombard the outskirts but not really hit the actual MCOM itself. So if you're going for the attacker and you need, support, the attack helicopter won't really take out people at the MCOM. He'll take out people at the sides. And then what you can do if you're a recon, you can just place down that motion sensor and place down some claymores, and then you made some really, really effective defensive maneuvers right there by using that. Now, another thing with the medic and the assault class, they're actually really perfect for this map. And the reason I say so is because they provide those spawns. So the medic flare spawn and the assault's reinforcement spawns. Now, with those things, what I'll talk about a bit later, but it's actually amazing for that scenario. Now, the map itself looks really beautiful. Now, the skies of this map are really appealing and are enjoyable to look at. Now, the amount of vehicles in this map is really good too, because you get to play a different role than just bombing a flag with a jet. So now you can stop a whole horde of enemy defenders or attackers reaching an MCOM. It feels more like you're playing the objective, and it's very rewarding. It is a very satisfying map to play, and it's really different. And it's refreshing to see the little bird back on the battlefield with this new map variation. Now, normally what everybody's used to is taking on that Apache or taking on that jet and just bombarding the same C flag or A flag or anything like that, just on and on and on and on, playing on assault, something like Oman or Dragon Valley or something like that. Now, the thing is, you play it, okay, you feel like you're playing the objective, you're taking out enemies, but in a way, when you're playing this Russia map, it feels honestly like you're really doing something, because you see a whole wave of enemy defenders coming. They just died, they're running from spawn, or they're into a vehicle, and the bomb is armed, and it's up to you to do something about it. You want your team to win, you have to do something about it. So, when you're using a vehicle or something, instead of just going and try to spam the MCOM, which is not really possible because of the MCOM locations, what you can do is just actually stop that horde of enemies coming, and it feels so rewarding. It's like, thanks to you participated in this bomb arming and, defending, and it's really impressive how, you can have an indirect effect, and it really works out really well. Now, of course, not every map is, perfect and things. There is a bit of confusion in this map, and I don't know if this confusion will be released because I'm a bit confused, but I think if I play more, or you guys can help me out here. What I find a bit confusing are the spawn points. You can't really choose if you want to spawn at base, which I was hoping for because of the vehicles, the little boats and stuff. But, every time the MCOMs blow up, the spawns of helicopters or jets, they change too. But what I felt really weird is that I don't understand how to access jets for the US, which are the attackers, after you moved on to the third and second set of MCOMs. I don't know where the jets are parked, so I don't understand that point of the map. And what I don't also like is that if you die and you don't spawn, up in the front in the battlefield from a medic or an assault, you'll find yourself at base so far from the action, like honestly really, really far. And if there are no vehicles, because a lot of people use the vehicles, you have to run or just wait, which is really bad because, this is rush game mode. You have to push up, you have to be aggressive. You can't really stay back at base and wait for vehicles. This isn't like assault. Now that's the only problem I see with this map, is probably the spawns and, you know, a bit of confusion of how to get access to vehicles, but hopefully that could clear up in the future. You know, people will know where to get the vehicles and stuff. Even for the Russians, the defenders, to get access of the jets, you have to drive all the way back to the hangar and get into the jet. Now the problem with that is that it takes a lot of time to get to that hangar, get onto the jet, and you're not certain that you're gonna kill 1,000 people with that jet. So, you know, if you waste that jet, it's pretty much you did that whole rap for nothing when you could have been in there defending or disarming the bomb. Another thing I found is that also for the defenders, if you have no vehicles, it's really hard to get to the MCOMs by running, especially if you don't have the training points for the running. And also, you know, it's just wasting another valuable key player that's just trying to run to get to base. I mean, to get to the MCOM. So, you know, it's a bit different. I found it a bit weird and confusing, and that's the only thing I don't like about Dalian Rush, is the fact that it's a bit harder to get to the MCOMs when you have no vehicles, and when you die, the spawns are a bit confusing because you don't really know where you're gonna spawn, and you don't know where the vehicles are supposed to be at, especially the jets. So that's pretty much all I have to say. People argue saying that the defenders have an advantage, but honestly, I feel like it's not that bad compared to the other maps. All you have to do is just use your creativity as an attacker and make sure to just rush and not camp for vehicles or at base. The point of the game mode is to push up and rush, and after all, that's the name of the game mode, Rush. So hope you guys enjoyed my impressions of Dalian Rush. What are your impressions? I really want to know. Many people are hating Dalian Rush. I don't understand why. In my opinion, I feel like it might be the best one that has come out yet. So let me know in the comment section down below. I also forgot to mention and talk about the little helicopter nerf, and just for the assault and medics role for the whole game mode. Now, for this update where we had Dalian Rush, we also had an update and nerf of the attack helicopters. So now the Hellfires, if I'm not mistaken, will still shoot their Hellfires, but the damage has been nerfed, and it is not a one shot. It's not a one rocket kill. So I don't think the splash damage is high enough, so to actually kill an infantry with a Hellfire now, I think you need to have a direct hit with him, or really, really close to him. So the thing is, it's really good because people were afraid of having this helicopter map, this Dalian map. People were afraid that it was going to be a helicopter-driven map. It's just going to be whoever is the better pilot is going to win. You know, whoever's team has the better pilot, it's going to win. And it's really honestly not like that, because the helicopters are nerfed and they're not really as powerful as before, and you have all the tools to take them out, such as APCs, tanks, you know, machine guns, anything you can find, tow missiles, I don't know, AAs. Now the thing, I might be releasing a little video coming afterwards to show how to defend against vehicles, because some people are just honestly so afraid of trying to defend against vehicles, and some people just think that they can't do it. So what they try to do is hide, and it really doesn't work out as a you know, team objective play based game mode, of course. So you know, that's really important. I forgot to mention is the helicopter nerf. And another thing also I forgot to mention, the medic and the assaults, how it plays into the whole, you know, map thing, is the fact that, you know, like I said, you might die and just spawn randomly at base, and you're like 500 meters away, and there's no Humvees, there's no gauzes, so how the heck are you gonna get to the MCOM? You have to wait. So that's the only problem, like I said, I encountered. But with the medics, flares, you just drop one in the corner of the MCOM or behind cover of the MCOMs, and boom, anytime your teammate dies, he just spawns back right into the action. I know that the map just got released, so that's why I didn't want to release a video as soon as the game mode came out and be the first one on YouTube to publish a Dalian Rush video. I wanted to let the players a bit familiarize themselves with the game mode, and I wanted to familiarize myself too, so that I know what I'm talking about while I'm commentating. So that's pretty much what I wanted to say also concerning you know, the upload. And I really want to encourage you guys to go try this out, because it's honestly, in my opinion, the best Rush map yet. Even if you guys can disagree, I feel like it's the best balancing. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think of it, and thanks for watching, and I'm out.